Hey everyone, so my client has come in and she has chosen some colours and a glitter, and we're going to do her a nice new full set. This is a returning client. I haven't seen this particular client for around 2 years. We just ended up going separate ways after I had a baby and she found another nail technician, but now she has come back. So I've already prepped all the nails by pushing back her cuticles and etching the nail plate, dehydrated, applied my primer and my forms. I'm using the Crystal Nails Extreme forms today just because she likes her nails nice and short, and I don't see the point in putting really big long nail forms on for such a short set of nails. So I've gone ahead and built a clear tip with crystal glass, and then I've gone in and applied Amor at the cuticle area and blended down just to give that nail bed a nice healthy colour and to cover any imperfections that are on the nail plate. And then I'm going to go in with this gorgeous glitter from the Glitter Fairy, and it is called Disco Diva. And then I'm just going to place that on that tip and blend down, keeping it nice and flat, working extremely thin. And then I'm going to go ahead and cap that entire nail in CJP Crystal Glass. Today I am using my big boy brush, and that is also from CJP. So when I'm happy with that nail and I've brushed it nice and smooth and the application looks really, really good, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next finger. And I'm going to go in and apply another clear tip with crystal glass. Because we didn't know what we were going to do with this design, we ended up just kind of going with the flow. This is why I put the clear base down first, because I didn't really know what I was going to do. Kind of just went with it as we went with it. Making sure I'm trying to keep that shape nice. I'm not too worried because the finished filing is the most important part, but I do try and like to keep my work nice and neat with my brush. I'm then going to go in with Amor and create like a half moon. Would you call it half moon? Just more like a circle slant on the nail. You've seen me do this lots and lots of times. This was just the first thing that came into my mind to do on this particular client today. I'm just trying to keep that nice and neat with my brush, but I'm not overly fussed because I'm going to come in and file that nice and crisp when that's dry anyway. Making sure that I'm keeping the apex in place and stuff like that with this, so that when we do file our not polished design through, we're not going to then have to apply more product because we haven't built up enough structure. So moving on to the middle finger, I'm going to go ahead and apply another coat of primer just because it's been left sat there for a while, and we want to make sure we get maximum adhesion with the nail. So I like to apply a second coat of primer. The primer that I'm using is CJP Acid Bond. And then I'm going to go in and create a full nail of Magenta from CJP. This nail, this colour even, is a strength powder, and they do not require being capped. I am literally on the drags of this pot, so I am trying to use it more as just getting the colour on, and then I'm going to cap for my strength because I don't want to use unnecessary colour, especially when I have so little left. So I'm patting it nice and smooth and keeping it nice and flush, working that bead, and then I'll pick up another bead, and this will be my cuticle area. I'm using the tip of that brush to push that product into the cuticle area but away from the skin, and then just dragging the rest of that bead down and blending into the product we've already applied. I just missed a little bit there on that side, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply another tiny little bead of pink. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cap that colour just to put my strength and stuff in place, just to build a slightly higher apex. And then I'm going to go back, take my file and just file that like swoopy French nice and crisp. Making sure that it's nice and dry. Trying to get my file right in there as well. We want this nice as crisp as possible. dusting away any of that dust because we don't want any of that in our enhancement. And then going in with magenta and just going half up the tip and then swiping that around the side of that nail. I'm not too worried if I go over the wall because we've built it nice and high, so that even if we go over, when we file it, that will reveal that nice crisp line. Making sure when I'm going down this area of the nail, I'm keeping it all away from that skin. It's really, really easy to touch that skin when you're doing this kind of design. So you just want to make sure you're using the tip of your brush to clean up around that area. I'm then going to make sure that I've built the correct structure with this again, because I don't want to file and then find the nail too thin. So I'm just adding a little bit more pink there, just to kind of go over that line and make sure we have the correct thickness there. And then I'm going to move on to the index finger, which will be just another glitter fade. So again, building my clear tip with crystal glass, positioning my brush backwards and blending that into the natural nail plate. Now creating my shape, or rough idea shape, that I would like. When I'm happy with that, I'm going to go into Amor and I'm going to put that at the cuticle area and blend downwards. Again, making sure the tip of my brush is right behind that bead, keeping it away from any of that skin, but also making it nice and flush and as close to that cuticle as I can get, so we're not having any kind of growth look when the nails are just freshly finished. And then I had a nice clump of cured acrylic in the nail. Just drives you absolutely mental, but I wasn't too fussed. I'm not going to go trying to correct it because I'm going to put some glitter over it anyway, so by the time we were finished it was really unnoticeable. So again, working nice and thin, making sure that this glitter is not sticking up and it's flat to the nail, making sure I'm not applying too much, so that when I come and cap and file, that I file any of it away, because you don't want any of that silver kind of looking when you hit your glitter, and it goes silver, because a lot of the glitter is silver based and it just does not look nice at all. So just watch that when you're applying that glitter. And then again, I'm taking crystal glass and I'm going to cap this nail. So I'm putting it at that cuticle area, pulling the product down the sides and then patting it over to one side, and at the same time patting and dragging it down the entire nail, making sure that I'm covering all that glitter, that it's nice and matte. If it's still sparkly, then you haven't capped it and you need to just apply a little bit more acrylic, and that's fine if you do. I was able to get these in one kind of bead because the nails were so short, but sometimes it's not always possible. Then I'm going to go back and just file that pink nice and crisp. And then I'm going to come in with Black Magic, also from CJP, and just place that at that tip area. So after I was finished with all the application, I removed the forms and filed all the nails, shaped all the nails, made sure my client was happy with the shape and the length of her nails, cleaned away all of the dust, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply our top coat. I am going to start leaving some filing here and there for you guys. I know I have been cutting it out a lot lately, but I know a lot of you have been asking to see that, so I will start leaving some in some more videos, and I'll kind of just alternate whether I put it in or whether I don't. So now I'm going in with CJP tack-free top gloss, and it's my favourite one to use at the moment. Just applying a nice coat of this, capping the free edge, and then I will cure this in the LED lamp for 60 seconds. And then when the lady comes out of the lamp, I will just allow that to cool for around a minute, and then I will go in with cuticle oil. And that's the end of the video. My client was really happy with these nails. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do. I love you all, and I'll see you all again in my next one. Bye!